You're a piece of shit, Papoose. You really are. You have turned into a piece of shit. This right here, the gambling, the failures that you had in your career or whatever that didn't pan out how you wanted to, has turned you into somebody else. If that was my friend, I would be like, girl, you just turned 30 years old. You are a world champion. You are accomplished. You have made it from out the ghetto, from the slums, from the depths of Flint, Michigan. You don't got no kids. You have your whole life ahead of you. But why are you attaching yourself to this 47-year-old man that doesn't have anything going, has no career, no job, no income, except for the income that he's claiming off of your percentage?
And put my number out on her page that got 10 million followers. She did that. Putting everybody in our business, letting them know that me and
Papoose is already cheating on Claressa, just days after she sat in an interview talking about how she wants to have kids with him next year. Folks weren't lying when they said, you lose them the same way you get them, because baby, Claressa is now online, and she has no one to blame but herself. She got Papoose by messing with him while he was still with Remy. And now, someone else is also taking him from her. Remy actually tried warning Claressa about Papoose using her, but she thought Remy was just being a bitter ex-wife, which, to be fair, is true, but it doesn't mean she was lying. Remy claims Papoose is broke and homeless, and that he only got into a relationship with Claressa just to get his money up. Now, even though we can all agree that Claressa is a bit slow, we can't blame her for not taking Remy's warning seriously. She and Remy don't have the best relationship. Remy started this mess months ago when she posted screenshots of Papoose and Claressa's text messages, screenshots she secretly took from Pap's phone while he was asleep in her house. Papooses' dumb self fell asleep on the phone with Claressa Shields, laying in my house, and he refuses to leave. This supposed world champion boxer got scared and hung up as soon as she heard my voice. Now I'm telling everything. Oh, and baby girl, you're not the only one. This lady, Claressa Shields, and that sorry publicity team have been putting out fake stories on me every day to make me look bad, and him look like God's gift for too long. I begged Papoose to put out something to stop the narrative, and he kept telling me, just stay quiet. That's the best thing to do. Well, I'm tired. Oh, and he said he would never you because you're ugly. But don't worry, I saw everything. Now the world's going to see it, since you're so tough, boo. Up until this point, no one even knew Claressa and Pap were messing around. So finding out about it like this definitely had people dropping think pieces. And of course, Claressa didn't let it slide. How a woman with 2 boyfriends mad at a man that has a girlfriend. Remy Ma, if I ain't the only one, why the hell you tagging me, baby? They were going at it for a whole week, and people were eating it up. Pap initially didn't want to say anything, but he eventually did, and he dragged Remy for filth. He posted a photo of Remy cuddled up with her boyfriend, easy to block captain, on Christmas Day, and said in the caption, "While I was at home with my daughter last Christmas, this is where Remy was." Now that I finally moved on, she's angry and making up lies. Narcissist. I told her we could divorce like adults. She refuses to do that because I wouldn't lie and say I didn't knock this chump out. I still got the messages of her begging me to lie about the knockout, but who cares? He didn't throw one punch back. Super soft. Last time I saw this chump, he was in the fetal position. Everybody saw it when I knocked him out. I didn't knock him out because he slept with my wife. I knocked him out because he shook my hand, then slept with my wife. If you thought this was messy, wait till you hear everything that went down after, because this was really just the start of it. Remy went live again not too long ago to tell people what led to her cheating on Pap. And this was when her beef with Pap really popped off. She straight up warned Claressa that Pap is severely broke, and that the only reason he decided to settle for her is because he needs someone to stay with. Remy also went off on Pap for lying to the world, pretending they had this perfect black love relationship and that he held her down while she was in jail, when the real tea is he was cheating on her the entire time and even impregnating some of the side pieces he was messing with. Girl, Remy was going off.
I know the procedure when somebody goes to prison. I know the procedure. So it was never about infidelity. When I came home, I went straight through that phone immediately. I know what was up. When I had to fight baby mothers at mother-in-law's houses on Thanksgiving, I knew that girl wasn't lying about what she was saying was going on while I was saying. I knew she wasn't lying. I just was mad. I knew she wasn't lying, though. If we keeping it a bean, I knew she wasn't lying. You refuse to tell people, hey, Me and Rem haven't even slept in the same bed since May 2022. You don't want to tell nobody that. You were so wrapped up in the whole black love thing. That was your thing. That was the only thing you had. And I realized that. And I respected that. You know what? I don't need to be out here telling people you ain't this and you ain't got this and you ain't doing this and you ain't that. Whoever get you, they'll see.
What women? How do y'all think y'all know what people? What do you tell somebody being broke to y'all? Because I see a lot of this like upgrade, downgrade. So and so's broke. This one's broke. Like, what are y'all talking about? Like, y'all don't know what people have. Actually, my ex might be the least income making person that I've ever been with. Ever. Everybody included.
It's my house because I paid for it. All 1 million, 0.3, whatever I pay in cash. With my name on it only. I take care of the kid. I take care of it. So I say here, you go, you move over here. You're a piece of Papoose. You really are. You have turned into a piece of This right here, the gambling, the failures that you had in your career or whatever that didn't pan out how you wanted to, has turned you into somebody else. If that was my friend, I would be like, girl, you just turned 30 years old. You are a world champion. You are accomplished. You have made it from out the ghetto, from the slums, from the depths of Flint, Michigan. You don't got no kids. You have your whole life ahead of you. Why are you attaching yourself to this 47-year-old man that doesn't have anything going, has no career, no job, no income, except for the income that he's claiming off of you, your percentage, because he's your manager? Got you out here talking, looking crazy. He's the one that don't want to sign, don't want to get his stuff out of his ex house. Doesn't be there for his child that he begged for, but telling you he wants another one. Let me guess. He's telling you he want a son, right? He has a son. He has a son. He just doesn't like his son's preference, so he acts like he doesn't have a son. He has a son. We have a son. I would be telling you, girl, get your from over there. What are you talking about? That's what I would be doing.
In case you're wondering why she decided to go on this rant, well, it's because Pap had officially filed for divorce, and she wasn't going to let him do it in peace without putting everything out there. But Pap didn't let Remy have the last laugh. Within minutes of her ending that live, he responded, and honestly, this is the most heated I've ever seen him. So you already know he was mad. He said he put his career on hold just so he could be there for Remy during her sentence, only for her to come home and start cheating on him mercilessly. According to him, she was out here busting it open for every man she met. At one point, they even had to go to therapy because despite everything, he still wanted to make the relationship work. Oh, and remember what Remy said about him being broke? Turns out she was the one who was broke and begging him for money. Not only that, but during the time she was publicly bashing Nicki Minaj for allegedly having ghostwriters, she was secretly having her own raps ghostwritten by Pap.
Top of the world, $1.5 million man, hottest rapper on the planet. Y'all seen it. Her situation took place. Like I said, I left my tour, came back, bailed her out. When I bailed her out, nothing but expense after expense after expense. I had to pay to pack her crib up, pay to put everything in storage, pay the storage bill every month, get a condo closer to the jail so I could visit her every day. Visit her every day, driving back and forth to the visit to see her every day. Everybody in my ear, Pap, you gotta get to work. You can't visit her every day. My deal folded. I exhausted all my funds. I had to get back to work. That's why I only visited her every day for a year straight. But after that, I had the space to visit out to like 3 times a week. Never missed a Christmas, never missed a Mother's Day, never missed a single holiday I was there. Took care of the kids, took care of my stepson, took care of you, fed you, did everything for a year straight without working. There came a time where if her son needed certain things, if she had something in her account or whatever, she had to take care of it. If she could, she did. But for the most part, I did. Every single thing. That wasn't the first time I caught her cheating. I caught her cheating numerous times since she been home. I tolerated your foolishness and your cheating and your adultery for years and years and years. For the sake of my child. Everything would be fine and you would still violate. Because you know why? You can't keep your legs closed, Rem. That's one of the main problems with you. But it wasn't good enough for you to move on and be an adult after you cheated. And I gave you numerous opportunities to stop the cheating. We went to a therapist. Why come on here and lie and say we haven't slept together since 2022? Why come on here and make it seem like that's true? We never had an agreement Oh, you be with who you be with and I be with. We never had an agreement. All we had was you lying, saying that you're not with him. Why would you deal with him? That's all we had. And when I found out the truth that you were with him, you said, let's go to therapy. And I agreed. Then we made an agreement with the therapist. You violated the agreement again. So when I caught him, I knocked him out. Wherever I would have saw him at, I would have knocked him out. I paid every bill in that household. I did nothing but buy you gifts. It's photos and everything of it. It's all on my page. Never trust a celebrity who erased their Instagram. They hiding from something. It's still there. Me buying her gifts. All that materialistic. If you notice, her entire thing was about materialism. Just fabricating. She just recently told me she don't got no money. So what you talking this money talk? You walk around with thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars of jewelry that I bought every single day. You talking this jewelry talk. First and foremost, I have a cash business. So there's numerous times where I cashed you out and you went and bought things. With my money. With my money. You want to talk about property? We bought this house together. We bought it together. I wrote 90% of the music since I've been with her. And if you come around me and you type a keyword from any one of her verses, it pops up in my phone with the date that I wrote it. I wrote one of your biggest records, man. One of your biggest hits. So you want to downplay me as an artist when I wrote one of your biggest hits. That's so sad. Look at the comments. They know what I wrote. I wrote tons of her music. 90% of her music, I wrote it since I've been around her. I wrote probably like 3 songs on her first album. If I listen to it, I'll tell you exactly what I wrote. And when you listen to it, y'all know my pen. I never wanted a penny. I never wanted one dime. All of the music I wrote for her, I never wanted one penny. I never put my name on the credit. I never did anything. When people said, we know Pat writing that. Oh, you want to go in here and say, oh, I was making music before him. You was. That's why when I started writing it,
Oh, even though Remy was out here embarrassing herself, looking like a bitter baby mama, she may have been onto something when she said Pap was just using Claressa. Word on the street is, he's cheating on Claressa with a new girl he met. And guess what? She's younger than Claressa. It's unclear where these rumors are coming from, but folks are already clowning Claressa not only because Remy tried to warn her, but also because she recently did an interview talking about how she wants to have kids with Pap next year, only for him to be exposed for cheating on her 24 hours later.
Like an expiration date on your career, or is it 8 years and that's it? Or when will you try and go into, having a family, or would you have a kid and then go back to boxing?
That's what I want to do. I feel like I've put too much time on hold on having a kid and being married and stuff for boxing already. I'm gonna have a baby next year. We already have it planned out. I'm gonna have a baby next year, and then after I go through my stuff, then I'll come back and fight some more, and then probably have another one, and then do the same thing again. Like, I don't want to wait till I'm 40, 43, whatever, after my career to have my kids.
Right.
I want to be able to run at the park with my kids and stuff like that. I don't want to be too old. So I think that keeping my body in shape, I don't drink, I don't smoke. I think that'll also help me too while I'm going through this whole body.
This mess with Pap, Remy, and Claressa just keeps on giving, and from the looks of it, it's far from over. In the meantime, people had their thoughts, like this person who said, Remy is clearly the loser here. With every outburst, she just reveals her pettiness. Sorry, both parties are wrong for airing their dirty laundry in public, but Remy has eroded her value here. Another person said, Remy ain't letting this dude clown her. Plus, she been holding everything in. He hurt cause she don't want him, and he's doing everything to mess up her money. F wrong with Pap. Sit your corny, lying, cheating but down, bum. But now I want to know your thoughts. What do you think about Pap allegedly cheating on Claressa right after she spoke about starting a whole family with him? And do y'all think Claressa will still be sticking around? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.